today I feel, yes, relieved, excited, but like, I just think it's a day to celebrate. How do we feel about this step now complete? He is here.
It feels, I don't know, because I was not one of these people who was like scared that he was never going to come. Like once we knew that he was coming, like once we got that confirmation that like this was the year that he was coming, his contract's getting terminated, they made all these arrangements, blah, blah, blah. I was like, all right, cool, he's coming.
Yeah.
So like I wasn't ever really like nervous that we were never going to see him. It's cool that he's here super early. I think it's a great sign for like his enthusiasm for joining the team and becoming part of this organization and, you know, impressing the brass and probably John Tortorella. It's cool that he's going to get to meet the guys and hang out with them, the guys that are in town right now. We know that at least a few of them are. He's going to get to work out in the facilities. He's going to get to like meet everyone that works. So it's just like a lot of time for him to settle in before he has to get to the actual hockey. And I think that's a positive thing because it's a lot. Like you talked about in your article, he's a teenager.
Yeah.
He's moving across the world by himself with no one. Like it's a lot for him. So it's cool that he's got like a nice big buffer of time before he's got to get to actual work that he can kind of like acclimate to what his new life is going to be.
Yeah, I think kind of where I'm at is that this is simultaneously not a big deal at all and also a low-key big deal. Like it's not a big deal for the reasons that the people on social media are acting like it's a big deal. Like he was always coming.
Yeah.
Like once he signed the contract and once they terminated the deal, he was coming. This is no shock. This was an inevitability. It was just a matter of when. The reason why it is a low-key big deal is not like, oh my God, he's here, let's throw a party. It's that not only is he going to be a Flyer, this seems to hint that like he really wants to be a Flyer and wants to do it right.
Yeah.
That he wants to get over here early. As Kelly said, you know, he wants to integrate, you know, with the organization. He wants to meet his teammates for a month and try to become buddies with a couple of them at least. He wants to start working with the trainers and whatever changes they want to make to his training regimen, he wants to get on that and wants to be working in Voorhees, wants to talk to John Tortorella and get an idea what maybe he's in store for with regards to that, which is quite a lot.
Yes.
Like it's a big deal because like, and I put this in my article, no one would have begrudged Matvei Michkov. I certainly wouldn't have criticized him for it if he would have came over on August 22nd.
Yeah.
Because, hey, I'm about to uproot my entire life. I want to spend as much time as I can with my family before I enter a new chapter of my entire life. That would have been totally fair. But the fact that he's going to come over here early, and we don't know for a fact he's going to stay here. Maybe he's going to go back for a little bit. But he's at the very least getting his feet wet here and getting an idea of what to expect when camp starts. That's big because it showcases the level of commitment that he has to making this work, both on the ice and off the ice. That's a big deal. Like, it doesn't really matter that much when he gets here in the sense of, like, well, until I saw him, I wasn't going to believe. Like, nah, he was coming. But the fact that he's here early, it does, in my mind, it bodes well. It bodes well for the degree to which he is invested in making this work. Yeah. And that's cool.
I didn't think like, oh, he's never coming. It's just so many things can go wrong, as we have seen with like the two top Russians to join the organization prior to him in the last couple of years. Like a whole lot of shit can go wrong. And the fact that it hasn't, like, yeah, he got the contract terminated. He signed the LC. That's all well and good. But like until he was here, I was just like, there was 10% of me that was, all right, just waiting for this part to be over with because this seems to be the most complicated part, you know? And now he's here and it's, all right, now it's just about the hockey. Like now it becomes a hockey story and it's not all this other shit. Yeah, he does have to get used to a whole new continent, a whole new culture, a whole new way of living. I can't imagine Philadelphia, South Jersey is a ton like St. Petersburg or whatever.
Can't
you know,
imagine.
I would be shocked if they were all that similar. But at least this one part is over with now, and it's like, all right, man. I just bet you're over 46.5 points. Let's say it. Like now it's I want to see this dude play hockey and not I just want to see this guy show up.
We've reached the let's fucking go stage of Michkov Mania.
I started seeing on the timeline, and it's not just hockey. I see it with football too. I always think like people in the offseason are insane. Like this is like wishing away summer break, guys. What do we? I can't wait to have hockey back in my life. I can't wait to have football back in my life. Like I love my job. I think my job, it is my dream job other than Ghostbuster and Pro Wrestler. This is my absolute dream job. I like doing nothing though. Like I really love.
Rules.
I come here from like 1 to 2. I do the show, and then that's pretty much it. I am not in a huge rush to get the season started. I am legitimately excited for the start of the season now. Like pumped. Suddenly going to see Def Leppard tonight is not the most exciting thing
You're
today.
going to see Def Leppard?
Yeah,
that's fun.
Ava just texted me. There's extra tickets.
It was
Nice.
it was funny, actually. Funny story about that. So a regular listener of the pod actually reached out to me this morning after the Michkov news came out, and basically I don't think he was aware of like when. Truthfully, I'm not aware of exactly where Michkov is, but he was like, I just kind of wanted to see if maybe around like the Comcast Center or around the facility, like if maybe he was there. And I hear like a big roar from the from a crowd of people. I'm like, oh my God, is it Michkov? Is it Michkov? Not sure. He later finds out it is a member of Def Leppard.
Still got it, baby.
Was signing
Still
autographs.
Outstanding.
Incredible.
That's awesome.
We all silly like the mayor.